And now, recently in Akure, the Ondo State capital, Professor Emmanuel Adedayo Fasakin celebrated his 67th anniversary and launched his Memoir titled The Story of My Life to mark the end of his tenure as pioneer rector of Federal Polytechnic Ile-Oluji, Ondo State. The occasion was graced by eminent personalities from different spheres of academy. Our reporter Damilola Jawa was there and now reports.
A life worth celebrating is that of Professor Emmanuel Adedayo Fasakin, who celebrated his birthday and launched his memoir to mark the end of his tenure as pioneer rector of Federal Polytechnic Ile-Oluji, Ondo State. The program kick-started with church service at First Gear Gospel Church in Akure, the Ondo State capital, on the 5th of March 2023 to remark on what they described as God's faithfulness. Second segment of the event, his memoir titled The Story of My Life, was formally unveiled under the chairmanship of Professor Adebisi Balogun. The event was attended by prominent people and crooners of academy, while some describes the celebrant as a gentle, loving and dependable person. Others described him as a patriotic and success-oriented person whose time and energy are a sacrifice.
Professor Fasakin, I have known for the past how many years now, since 1985, when he was my student at the University of Ibadan. And since then, we have related like brothers, colleagues, and we have had this mentor-mentee relationship, which has spanned over many years. And it has been a productive relationship, as you can see from the celebration of today.
Professor Fasakin Emmanuel is a young man. He's very energetic. He's a man of God. He's a man who fears God. He's been the rector of the Federal Polytechnic in Ile-Oluji. I knew how he started, and we thank God for what he has done there today. And that describes what the man is. A very hardworking, a very consistent, a disciplined leader. And I would say he's a great achiever.
He has a life that is almost peculiar to that of some of us. Growing up from a very humble background, from grass to grace, and having attained the prestigious height in his educational career. That is why we come here to felicitate with him.
My husband is Olowo Orimi, Ọmọ Òṣèmújì, Ọmọ Tájí Òrògbé, Professor Emmanuel Adedayo Fasakin, a wonderful man, a trusted man, man of integrity, hardworking with wisdom of God, very energetic, and a man of integrity.
We only describe him as a product of the training he received right from home. To primary to modern school, to secondary school, then to the university. Three of us were Emmanuel when we entered college, and we were the pioneering students of that college, the first set. All you see him doing now as a pioneer rector, he got the training from his principal. So nothing new to him about being a pioneer, whatever. So all what he did in Ile-Oluji was a reflection of what he gained from his our principal, the late Mr. Omole, S.A. Omole.
is a very tough man, straightforward. He won't take no for an answer. He knows his onions. And as a pioneer rector there, who really turned forest into a bustling city, you have to give that to him. Because if you knew what the place looked like when he came in, you can see the difference in the last 6-7 years since he's been there. And I would say that Professor Fasakin is quite lucky. He's part of the old order of the chief executives of tertiary institutions that had the privilege of spending 2 terms. Those who succeed him subsequently will only have a term of 5 years. In other words, it's 8 years that he has spent there, which is now being rounded up, has witnessed tremendous growth for that institution. And so, for all stakeholders of Federal Polytechnic Ilology, we couldn't have had it better. And we know he has set the pace, has set the record, and it's for those who are coming to try and build and sustain the race and the growth of that institution.
Fasakin, to me, is a go-getter. Once he's given an assignment, the only thing in his mind at all times is how to succeed. And that is today expressly in place in Ilology. He started off as the pioneer rector there, and today that institution will compete with any other institution that has been in existence for almost 15-20 years. He knows his way around issues. He knows the terrain in Nigeria. He knows Abuja and the local environment very well, and that has helped him in achieving a lot as a pioneer rector in the school.
The celebrant and author, Professor Fasakin, revealed his kind of life, stressing his notion of writing his memoir and his hope for the book to the public at large.
I have documented, the story of my life and see what God has done for me. And it's a very handy book for those people who in future will be a transformational leaders, who will be a pioneer of an institution. When they read that book, that one we will equip them, to tell them the challenges they can face and how they can solve challenges.
As family, friends, associates, and well-wishers wish the author a good life, the outcome of the book could depict that there are a lot of sacrifices when it comes to writing, but it's all more than worth it in the end. Ajao, KAFTAN TV News.